for another lovely episode of Cooking Live with ERINETTA Childs. Today we're going to be making an exquisite meal using tastefully simple products and a tastefully simple recipe from the Cutting Carbs 10 meal kit that you can get online at www.tastefullysimple.com with Erin Wallace as your consultant, of course. Now, when you get on here and you are experiencing an episode with ERINETTA Childs, you must be sure to say hi and comment as we go along. Then I can see you and see what you're up to. What are you having for dinner? It'd be so nice to know. Let's turn on that light. Tonight we're going to be making a chicken strawberry salad right there. A nice light meal for this humid day. Now the series this week that we're working with is called Combating the COVID 2019 Pounds. Now, if you're anything like me, for the first part of the quarantine, I sat around on my couch and I ate like a bat out of hell. That's right, I had nachos every night for 2 weeks. And that's not exaggerating. Now, I gained quite a bit of weight, but I'm combating that with tastefully simple recipes from this Cutting Carbs meal kit and as well as the Keto meal kit. That's right. Hello, Cassie and Amber. It's so good to see you here. We're just starting our episode of Healthy Eating. Michael Deary and Timmy, it's so beautiful to see you here tonight. That's so nice. We're making a beautiful chicken strawberry salad for our dinner tonight. And it's a good one because it's very humid and a little bit hot out today. So I'm going to bring you right over here so that you can see what I have on my counter. Now, I use many Tastefully Simple products, and I also use the Tastefully Simple cook recipe book that they send you. This is specific to the Cutting Carbs 10 meal kit. Now, let me show you what we have here. I have chicken. I've cut 3 pieces into 6. All right, I've divided that up. Also, I've got 2 avocados I've already halved. We're going to be using Tastefully Simple's avocado oil, which I have over here in my own vat. And we're going to be using a balsamic vinegar, as well as, we're hiding here, as well as Tastefully Simple's ultimate steak seasoning. We used that last night as well. The onion seasoning. We have strawberries. We have almonds. I'm going to add a little coconut, even though it doesn't tell me to. And the lettuce. That's right. It's going to be a very healthy, tasty meal packed full of healthy fats and healthy sugars. That's right. So I've been heating up this burner already. So happy to see you all here tonight. Make sure to comment and let me know what you're planning on having for dinner as well. Hello, Doreen. So good to see you as well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pound the chicken. Now, we did this last night, so if you were tuned in, you would have seen this. But if not, I use my kitchen hammer right here. And if you don't have one, I'm just going to hammer it thin, okay? Here we go. If you don't have a kitchen hammer, then there's a variety of objects that you can use that will surely get the job done, such as a rolling pin. You can also slam down your chicken pieces with a beer bottle or something other hefty piece of. There we are. That's smoking nicely. We're going to put a little bit of that avocado oil right in there just so that we can season that pan down, and we're going to turn it down a tiny bit. That's right. We don't want to go over like crazy there. Okay, and I've got my spatula here. I'm going to just woo, that is sizzling hot. I think we need to bring that down a bit. That's going to be a little bit wild for me. I don't want to burn the house down after all. We're just making dinner. Okay, so as you can see, the chicken is much more thin than it used to be. It went on a diet. However, This is going to be very tasty. I'm going to put the last 3 pieces on here. Let's move this over for a moment so we don't burn anything down. I'm going to turn this down a tiny bit. Now, we're going to slam down the rest of these chicken pieces. You don't have to go overly wild with it. That's right. You can just be a gentle slapping will do the trick. There we go. There we are. Perfect. Put your hammer into the sink. Now we're going to head over to our burner, which I've heated up nicely. And right away, we're going to take the chicken and throw it in the pan. And so you can hear that sizzling. There we are. We're going to cook the chicken first, and probably the pan isn't going to be able to fit everything into it at first. Ooh, everything except for one. Isn't that nice? Okay, give our fingertips a little wash. We don't want to get chicken juice all over the place. There's nothing more disgusting than raw chicken juice on the kitchen. Now, we're going to use this ultimate steak seasoning. And even though steak seasoning we can use on chicken, you don't have to be afraid to experiment. We're going to throw some of that on, just a nice sprinkling. Now, in the recipe, they tell you 1.5 tablespoons, or not tablespoons, teaspoons for this, but I just like to do it freestyle. That's right. So there we have it. Stevens, it's good to see you. Let me know what you're having for dinner. And we're making a nice strawberry chicken salad. So I'm gonna put the lid on here so that it can cook, but it's gonna cook more evenly once the heat is trapped down inside the pan. And we're going to put our last piece of chicken off to the side until there's an empty space. Room for one more, as they say in those spooky stories. Let's see, I'll put it over here. Make sure it's not going to get melted out by my burner. There we have it. Now, we have our nice dressing that we're going to prepare here. Now, we've got our balsamic vinegar, and I'm going to take 6 tablespoons of the balsamic vinegar and throw them right down into this vat. That's 1, 2, 3. I always get mixed up when I do things like this and I talk at the same time. And hopefully I don't put the wrong amounts of things in there. But I believe this is 6. There we are. That's 6 tablespoons of the balsamic vinegar, and we're going to do 6 tablespoons of the tastefully simple avocado oil, which I have a brand new package right here, but I have poured mine into my own kitchen vat, which I like to use because I go through quite a bit of oil. That's 1, 2, 3. Now the avocado has a nice light flavor to it. The avocado oil, that is, and it's a very nice way to really indulge in the flavors of the spring and summertime. There we go. Now, if you're following the Tastefully Simple recipe for the chicken and strawberry salad, then the very next thing that we're going to add is 1 tablespoon of onion seasoning. Ooh, this is starting to smell. It smells very, very good. I wish you were in my kitchen with me. You can have dinner over here sometime. Just let me know and I'll make extra. And 2 tablespoons, that's 1 tablespoon of the ultimate steak seasoning. Now, even though it says steak, like I said earlier, you can use it for a variety of purposes, and today we are going to season our dressing with it. That's 1 tablespoon of the ultimate steak seasoning by Tastefully Simple. Now, if you haven't gotten one of these yet from Tastefully Simple, you definitely should. It's so delightful. I made a nice bruschetta last night, bruschetta chicken, and it was absolutely decadent using the steak seasoning and the garlic. Right now we're going to be putting a tablespoon of the Tastefully Simple onion into our dressing. And that is going to be delightful. Put the cap back on that. Now, Tastefully Simple, if they're into your herbs and spices, then Tastefully Simple has a wonderful variety of products for you. They come in containers. They're all about the same size, like so. And if you're someone who cooks with herbs and spices regularly, you might want to try out the assortment of seasonings. You get 10 seasonings, 10 different kinds, and you get it for cheaper than if you ordered them separately. Now let's take a look at this. We don't want to burn the bottom. Browning up nicely. We're going to leave that in there. Turn down the burner a little bit. We don't want to go wild here. Now the very next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on our salad part. Now if you've been watching, I think we've been working for about 5 minutes now. Jen Wall, so good to see you. We're making a nice balsamic dressing here for our chicken and strawberry salad. It's one of the Tastefully Simple's cutting carbs. Where did it go? Cutting carbs meal kit recipes here, and this is what it's going to look like when we're all done with it in my own dish. However, here is the front page of the meal kit recipe book. Now, one of the wonderful things about the meal kit recipe books is when you purchase it online at www.tastefullysimple.com, it comes with this book. Now, it includes in it a grocery list, and very conveniently, this first grocery list is for the first 5 recipes. I flipped to the middle, and there's a second grocery list, because you're not going to eat 10 meals in 1 week. No, that's 2 weeks worth of meals, and you can get leftovers. Last night I made the bruschetta chicken, and I had it for lunch this afternoon, and we still have an eensy bit left. So that's supposed to be for 4 people, but it actually served 6 times. So isn't that wonderful? Plus some. Now, avocado. If you've never cut open an avocado, it can be a very strange thing to do. Let me show you how I do it. I take the avocado and lengthwise, I cut down, being careful of my hand. Nobody wants to see a bloodbath here. That's right. And I'm going to cut straight into there, and I'm going to split it apart like so. Now, it could be tough to get that little nugget out from the inside, but I've been doing this for a long time now, and I will show you what I do. I'm sliding the spoon in between the skin and the meat of the avocado here, and it lifts it right on out so that it can be cut into slices. Isn't that nice? Now, the nugget. You do the same similar thing. Woo, look, that just popped out. That's a nice ripe avocado. And if you didn't know this already, an avocado nugget like this, if you're making a guacamole, leave the nugget in. Anything that touches the nugget does not become discolored. It's like magic. Magic in the kitchen. That's right. Just a little fun fact for the kitchen. Now, I'm going to scoop this other one out just like so. This side's a little tougher than the other. Probably could have gone one more day. There we are. Okay. Whew. That's a little straggler there. Very nice. And let's take a look at that chicken. I don't know if you can see it or not from where you are. Jen, what are you having for dinner tonight? Hopefully something tasty. I'm curious what everyone's eating for dinner. Now, I've got some grabbers in here. Where did they go? I'm going to have to use the giant size grabber. Just got this off of Amazon for grilling with. Here we are. Now, a lot of the juices have already come out. The chicken, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen too much. There, it's very nice and brown now. And then I'm going to sprinkle the other side of the chicken with some more of that Ultimate Steak Seasoning by Tastefully Simple. Here we are. This one I'm going to do a little more lightly than the last. Put that lid back on. Very nice. Now I'm going to take the avocado, now that it's been halved, and I'm going to cut it right here in my hand. I'm just going to slice it into thin slices using the peel as my cutting board. And it's very easy to do in such a way. And then you don't have to have it all over the place. It has its own vessel to sit in. How nice is that? Less cleanup. Avocado on your cutting board. There's a waste of the avocado because it likes to stick to everything that it touches. I'm gonna have to put that one down there. There's a little snaky escape artist there trying to get out of my hand and onto the ground. I'm not going to let it because I love avocado. So I'm not gonna let that go to waste. So there's 2 there. I'll do the others after. Now the very next thing that we're going to do is the strawberries. I've already washed them. Now it's very important to make sure that you wash your fruits and vegetables because they do come with pesticides on them. And the reason I know that is because way back in the day, my grandfather, who I called Gigi, well, he was a big man, had an enormous stomach in front of him. When he got older, he lost his stomach, but for a while there, he had a very, very large stomach. And, oh, pasta leftovers, Jen, those are good. They're sometimes better the second time than they are the first. I could have some of that with you. So my grandfather, Gigi, he was a big fan of the fruits and vegetables, along with many other kinds of foods, especially jelly, which he liked to eat with just a spoon. Now, Gigi did not wash his fruits and vegetables. No, which is a very bad habit. But back in the day, nobody knew the better. They didn't know that the pesticides were still on the vegetables. It doesn't taste like it, but they certainly are there, and you do have to make sure that you wash them off. As a result, he got an ulcer, and the doctor told him it came from unwashed fruits and vegetables. So I've learned the easy way myself from his mistake, and I wash all my fruits and my vegetables so I don't get ulcers in my stomach. Now, you can learn from him too and make sure that you do the same. Beautiful. Oh, this is just going to be a decadent salad here. And this chicken is just about done. Let's get a little knife here and we can cut one open and see what it looks like on the inside. I'm going to take the fattest piece and do it in. There we go. Very nice. You could go for a couple more minutes, I think. The small piece is done. So you know what? I'm going to remove that piece right away. And I'm going to take it and put it off to the side because you know what? We have one more piece that we can get cooked up before we're done here. As you remember, we had this straggling raw guy over here. We'll stick that in the pan. We'll put a little bit of that ultimate steak seasoning on him, and he'll be good to go. Good to get all hot and simmery inside the pot. There we are. Very easy. There's no chopping of herbs and spices here. Now we can get rid of this chopping right now. Now, I brought over my plates here, and I'm going to start by taking a little bit of my salad. Now the recipe for Tastefully Simple, it calls for Katie, good to see you. Let me know what you're having for dinner. I do so love to know. Lori, you snuck in here as well. So interesting. Come on in and take a look-see at what we're cooking here. It's a beautiful chicken and strawberry salad, and the Tastefully Simple what's it called here? The Tastefully Simple recipe, it calls for spinach. However, I like a nice spinach and mix. So we have pieces of spinach in here, but we also have regular lettuce along with a little bit of arugula and a nice fine array of colors that go into my salad. And that's what I choose. I could have gotten just the plain spinach, but what's a life without color? After all. So we've got that right there. And then we're going to take the plate with the chicken on it. Woo! That was hot! The hot steam from that. So right now we're just at a plain salad plate. There we are. Let's try not to burn ourselves to death. There we go. You know how it goes in the kitchen. You're not a real chef if you haven't burned yourself once or twice. Now I like to cut at a diagonal across my chicken pieces, and usually you can get a nicer cut that way. However, this one is very fibrous, maybe because I beat it down before we started. There we go. There we go. All right. I think we'll find that the fatter pieces are a little bit easier to cut into nice lengthy sections. Very good. So I have this here. We're going to take this chicken right here that I just chopped up, and we're going to put it right on top of that salad like so. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay. We're going to put that right down on top. I may as well just put the last one on there too. Protein. It's beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to take some of this avocado. This has lots of healthy fats in here. It's good for your body. Hello, Kim. Good to see you. Welcome to Cooking Alive with ERINETTA Childs. We're making healthy recipes to combat the 2000. No, not the 2000. Ooh, that would be something. To combat the COVID-19 pounds that we have all been gaining since quarantine has happened. And so we're making some healthy recipes this week to help combat that habit that we've gotten into. There we are. So we've got the nice avocado on there now. And we're going to add a little bit of the strawberry next. On top of that, we're going to spread it around. Now, the recipe calls for walnuts in this. However, in my house, we have somebody who is allergic to walnuts, but is not allergic to almonds. So we are going to substitute out the walnuts for the almonds so that we don't have an unexpected trip to the emergency room. And I'm just going to throw the almonds loosely on there, a small bit for each salad that I put together. And then, ooh, I forgot one thing here. Ooh, we can't forget this. I've got the shallot. Now, I don't usually go out and buy separate shallots from onions. However, the last time that I was cooking, it called for a shallot, and let me tell you, that is a nice flavor. So we're going to cut a few wedges. This knife works much better. We're going to cut a few thin slices of this beautiful shallot, which will be nice and tasty in our salad. We're going to take it, and we're going to spread it around on top like so. Isn't that colorful? They say the more colors in your food, the more healthy it is. And then we have the balsamic dressing that was put together with the ultimate steak seasoning and also the onion by Tastefully Simple, the avocado oil, and a balsamic vinegar. And we're going to drizzle that all over the top of the salad like so. And there we have it. All done. Now that took us a total of, it'd be good to know. I'm going to estimate that that was about 20 minutes of cook time, and I can just throw the rest of this recipe together for the other people in my family very, very quickly because everything is all done now. I'm going to turn off that burner, and voila! Check it out. This is the Tastefully Simple. It is called the Chicken and Strawberry Salad from the Cutting Carbs 10 Meal Kit by Tastefully Simple. Hello, Skip. Good to see you tonight. And I do hope that you'll get to try out some of these recipes or at least some of the products. You can get them at tastefullysimple.com and do a search for your consultant, Erin Wallace. And today, until Friday, it just so happens that there is a special thing that's going on. If you order anytime from today until Friday, from the link that's in the description of this video, now you will be entered in a raffle to win Tastefully Simple products. Isn't that nice? So for every $10 you spend, that's an extra raffle ticket that you get thrown in the hat to get your chances for that free product. Isn't that nice? Now, if anyone has any questions about Tastefully Simple, please send me a private message. I would love to help you out. Skip, what are you having for dinner? Kim, what are you having for dinner? I'm so curious. Every once in a while, somebody answers, and it's very interesting to see what people have for dinner. Jen is having pasta leftovers tonight, and what was it? Becky the other day was having, oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of it now. It's something that I've never tried before, but it sounded like it was very good, and I'm going to learn how to make it eventually, and probably do a show on it as soon as she shares her recipe with me. So, if you're looking for a nice, healthy, light meal, definitely the place to indulge is at tastefullysimple.com. There's many, many products from herbs and spices to desserts, jams and jellies, creamy caramel sauce and desserts, boxed desserts and cakes, to dips and all of the sort. You can order it all online at tastefullysimple.com. So without further ado, we've got to get this dinner time going. Bon appetit and enjoy.